this is the thing. Just leave it there. I mean, how hard can it be? Come on. All we have to do is stand it up and then put this thing back in. That's it. Okay, there you go. So to stand it up, you have to push it down and stand it up like this. Now, let me bring it closer. These are the things that you will need to know. So originally it was like this. Let me see if you're seeing. Originally it was like this, right? So to open it completely, just push it down, and basically bring it here. Now when you stand it up, it'll just get stuck here, and you should be good. Oh, okay. I'm gonna see, this is something that they need to work on, because it should stand up on its own. I should not have to fight with it, basically. So let me get this thing out, and I'll fix that thing later. It's difficult for one person to do everything. That's why I'm going to leave this video uncut. That way you know what challenges you may encounter. And yes, I'm out of breath trying to stand it up. Okay. So there's two screws here, one on top and one on the side. Just need to undo both. Trying to figure out how to make it longer. So there has to be a way to basically pull something up and then put a rod in it. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. They should not make a scooter this hard. It's not worth fighting to get it fixed. Now see, this is all good. The only thing is this. Now this rod will go here, but how? The small stick will come out from here. So how do we do that? Okay, so this doesn't mention any of this in the tutorial, in the document, but this thing that comes on top, put it back little lightly and then just tighten it a little bit, and then basically tighten it. It doesn't say any of this in the tutorial, in the document, but just pull it out. Pull it out. You have to struggle a little bit. So you screwed it in, right? You screwed it in, and then you pull it out. So now this thing is a little greasy. That's fine. But the point is that the two things that you need to watch out for is, number one, putting this into the standing position, right? And number two, this thing. So first, don't unscrew everything. First screw this thing in and then pull out with the help of this thing. Just pull out the whole rod. Let me go back to where we ended. So the two things you need to, it just came out. You have to basically pull it out. It's going to be all the way in. Step number one, you have to tighten the screw a little bit, like untighten and tighten. Make sure this is in your hand, and then once you have it, you just pull it out. It may require a little struggle, but that's fine. The other thing that's difficult to do by yourself is you can unlock it from here, this thing, but in order for you to put it to this thing, you have to like basically put your foot here and push this thing to the opposite side to align these two together. Those are the main two things you need to watch out for. Get these things together. So I'll just undo this guy. Put it here. I'll just put it here, just loosen it up a little bit. You know, there's always a learning curve, whether you are doing computers or non-computers or whatever you're doing, there's always a learning curve. Okay, it will only go down to a certain point, but let me show you what I mean. Don't try to force it. It will only go up to this point, because now you have to put that cap, the round cap, and then tighten these screws. Okay. So now that you put it back on, just tighten the screws. Don't tighten all the screws at once, because you do want to make sure that you have wiggle room before you need to do any adjustments. So this one will come with the, it's pretty helpful. It comes with the scooter, so you have nothing to worry about. At this point, if you want, you can start charging the scooter, because right now all you have to do is tighten the screws. So what I'll do is find the cable, and the cable is straightforward, and yep. I will test drive it just a little bit to make sure that it's not loosened up from any angle, from any joint. It's not loosened up, and then if all looks good, I'll be good to hit the road. Sorry, I'm trying to plug in that cable. Let me bring my car here. It has 3 pins. Make sure that you don't damage anything. Okay, now all you have to do is just tighten up the screws. Make sure that it's in the right up position, and in my case the rod is a little tilted. It's like twisted, so I'll just fix it. So you have to make sure that your tires are aligned with the steering. So in this case, it was a little tilted, so I fixed it. Okay, now it's like both are aligned. You just don't want to drive the steering like this while it's driving straight, for example. So this calibration you have to do a little bit, maybe 1-2 times. Just make sure that, and there's no right way or wrong way. You can have your buddy stand in the front, align up with something, but once you get to that point, you just tighten the screws. So, okay, good. Yeah, dead center. Push it down so that it's not like while you are riding the scooter, it goes down, right? The steering goes down and you are out of balance. This scooter has 2 ways. The one is the out of the box 25 miles maximum, and the other one is 70. I will never encourage anyone to go to 70, because these scooters cannot be as stable as a car. So never try to speed up just to show off or whatever. Never do that. But let me show you how the whole product looks. So the main challenge, like I said earlier, was to straighten this thing up from this hole to this hole, for which you have to put your foot here and basically pull this thing outwards and then align them together and then push this thing. Sorry, this thing. Push this in so that it goes down. The other main challenge was to leave this thing on and loosen it a little bit, pull up the rod, this rod, and then try to tighten all the screws. This is the scooter. I will just power it on. It's about 70-80% charged. Let's see how it goes. I think I have to probably push it a little bit before it starts. This is just safety mechanism. It won't run until I kick start it. So this is it. From unboxing to fully assembled.